What's up, guys? This is Valentina with Bigger Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to take your vocals from this
Wouldn't be grateful for all that I paid for
to this.
I wouldn't be grateful for all that I paid for.
Like I said, today we're talking about vocals and how to make them sound thicker and more polished, specifically how I stack my vocals. I've gotten a lot of questions about how I stack my vocals because you guys seem to really like how I do it. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step how I do it, and that way you can apply these tips to your productions as well. Now, before we jump into it, I do want to let you know that on March 4th, my first fully Spanish EP is coming out. It's self-titled Valentina. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out. The link's going to be in the description. Pre-save it on Spotify or head on over to iTunes and actually pre-order it so it starts ranking. But yeah, I hope you guys like this one. My Spanish peeps have been waiting for a long time to hear some Spanish music, so I'm excited to finally have a release out that's fully Spanish. But don't worry, my regulars that, don't speak Spanish or that's not your thing, I'm still going to be releasing the kind of music you're listening to right now and the things that you're used to hearing from me, and there's going to be some releases really soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you got notifications on, and yeah, let's do this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to walk you guys through is what kind of vocal tracks I have here, and then I'm going to show you exactly each one so that you understand how they're complementing each other. So of course we've got our lead vocal, and this is what it sounds like.
Get back all the nights that I waited for you. Taking it back would be a mistake. I wouldn't be grateful for all that I paid for on this road.
So that is just the main vocal that has the main melody on it. First thing I did is actually do some dubs. So essentially what I mean by dubs is I recorded two other copies of the same main vocal. So I didn't just copy and paste it into a new track, because that's not going to give you the effect you're looking for. You want to actually do a whole other vocal take of the same main melody. So you do two additional takes, your main take that you're solid with for your lead, and then two more takes that are ready to go. And then what I do is I pan one all the way to the right and one all the way to the left. Now, you don't want to use this technique on every single part of your vocal. You want it to be used to emphasize certain areas of the song. So for example, the very beginning here, those dubs don't come in until it gets to the chorus. So watch this.
I could never get back all the nights that I waited for you. Taking it back would be a mistake. I wouldn't be grateful for all that I paid for on this road.
So it makes the chorus stand out, which is the key thing here. It makes it so that the vocals in the chorus sound completely different than the vocals in the verse. And if you combine that with your arranging skills to build up to the chorus, your chorus is going to feel a lot stronger. I always record at least two other takes of the main vocal and insert it where I need it. So that's tip number one. Now, the next thing I do here is I get this first main lead, and let's say I wanted to do this part. I right click, I hit bounce in place, and I create a new track. And what it does is it basically creates a copy of that audio file that already has all the plugins on it, and then it puts it on a separate track. So then when I go to the separate track, what I can do is add additional effects to it without, repeating the effects on the other one and creating a lot more CPU usage and burden. So what I did here is I pulled up a pitch shifter and I put it down -12 semitones. So to put it a whole octave below, put the mix to 100. Since this is not being bussed out, this is actually on the main vocal chain. So we want it to be 100 because that's all we want to hear. We just want to hear the shifted vocal. And then we can keep the timing on vocals. So what that does is it's basically making the original vocal in a lower octave, so it sounds a little bit deeper. Just with that, here's what that vocal sounds like by itself.
I could never get back all the nights that I waited for you. Taking it back
Would be a mistake.
So it's kind of subtle in the background, but it kind of helps fill up the verse, right? Because in the verse, we don't have those dubs, but we have this lower vocal that we can kind of help to fill up the frequency range. So that's kind of the objective of that one. And then a couple things I did to that vocal is I added a simple spreader. It's a little extreme, actually. I'd probably mess with that a little bit, but it's just a simple spreader. And then I EQ'd the bass a little bit because the original vocal had kind of EQ'd some of those deeper sounds out of it because it's my normal vocal. So I just boosted those a little bit and then added some saturation in the low end here. So about 7.14. So adding these three things to it, watch, I'll show you before and after. So without it.
I could never get back. All the nights that I waited for you, taking it back.
So it makes it a lot thicker, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to kind of use those thick lower frequencies that are not normally in my vocal range and put those in to fill in the verse where it's just my simple melody. So together, this is what it sounds like along with the dubs.
I could never get back. All the nights that I waited for you, taking it back would be a mistake. I wouldn't be grateful for all that I've paid for on this road. I wouldn't be grateful.
This is the crazy thing. This sounds so full and complete, and there's not one single harmony on here. All we have is a lower octave of the same vocal, and then the 2 additional takes of the original vocal, and it sounds full. So I think this is something that, you know, a lot of beginners think like, oh, I have to have harmonies. I have to have harmonies in order for my vocals to sound full. And no, you just really need to understand what you're trying to accomplish with the song. In this case, this song is meant to be very simplistic, and I feel like adding harmonies might take away a little bit from the theme of the song, right? And so I just wanted to kind of reinforce with the same unison sound rather than having some harmonies. Something you can easily accomplish with any kind of vocals. Now, if you really want to get spicy, then you can add some harmonies to this. But this is a simple vocal stack technique that will help you, especially in your arranging, to help your song move forward and feel like it has a lot more momentum to it every time you build up to a chorus or a bridge or strip down to a verse. The last thing that you'll see here that I added is basically a copy of the original vocal, but a little bit of distortion added to it, and same with the low end vocal, so the one that was lowered by 12 semitones, but added some distortion to it. And that's just adding this kind of filler in between vocals. So I'll let you hear what that sounds like.
I wouldn't be grateful for all that I paid for on this road.
So there you have it, guys. That is the most basic way of stacking your vocals, but you can see how it doesn't sound basic in this song. It sounds polished, finished, full, purposeful, and that's really what you're trying to accomplish with your vocal stacks. You don't want it to just feel like you didn't think about how you want the emotions to be portrayed through your vocal stacks. It's a very, very important element of your productions as a vocalist, so you want to make sure that whether you're the producer or someone is producing for you, that you communicate those needs and those creative decisions that you want to make with your vocals. But this is an easy way to do that, and you can apply these same principles with any kind of vocals, whether it's your backup vocals, whether it's some additional harmonies, but using these techniques will help you make your vocals sound thicker, more professional, and give you the momentum to build up to the storytelling of your song. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to hit that thumbs up so I know about it, and also make sure you're subscribed and you have notifications on so you don't miss future videos. Don't forget, my new all Spanish EP comes out this Friday, March 4th. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. If you're watching this video after that, then go stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music. Really appreciate the support. Thank you again for watching, and as always, if you ever have any questions or want to see more content, check me out on Instagram or TikTok. Keep making beats.